This video is going to be for you if you are currently feeling lost and struggling with your manifestations. What inspired me to create this video was I've felt very lost myself in my life, and I've had profound spiritual experiences and guidance from our angels and from the divine, from God. I have stepped into this role of helping and guiding others to do the same. So I was experimenting not too long ago with putting affirmations into what we can call the cosmic kitchen. So what I noticed is whatever I was affirming, I would attract experiences that would have me play that role. Remember this saying, when the honey is sweet. So what does that mean? That means what lights you up? What does your heart want? I strongly recommend sitting with yourself and asking God, asking your heart what it is that you truly want, and just taking a moment in silence. When you're feeling lost, this is going to be your biggest guidance, is learning to sit in silence and hear your inner voice. If you feel like you might not be getting an answer, you will eventually if you keep knocking. Another thing I want to talk about is don't knock on doors that aren't going to open for you. So there's a difference between giving up and knocking on doors that aren't meant to open for you in this lifetime, or at least just not at this moment. So if you feel like you're really, really struggling with like getting something going or getting something done, or things like just not working out for you, I recommend releasing it to the angels, your angels, and releasing it to God, and ask God, if this is meant to be. God, if this is meant to be, please return it to me healed or replace it with something even better. Some things just aren't meant to happen when you want it to, but it might unexpectedly come to you when you practice letting go and attracting to you. That's where the real magic begins. I truly believe that God plants seeds in our mind that is aligned with our purpose in life. And what I'd like you to do and practice doing is acting out of inspiration when you get these, what I call downloads. Okay, so they might just be random creative surges that you experience, random creative ideas. That is actually God working through you. That is God giving you direction. And if you're not receiving any of that right now, just be patient and try to open yourself up more. Try to practice getting into receiving mode so that you can receive these creative surges. Start to do things that are creative, such as drawing, like, anything artistic, playing music, whatever it is you enjoy doing as a hobby that is a creative thing you enjoy doing. Really, really practice that. Patience. So don't rush the process of your creations in life. Patience is of a virtue when receiving divine guidance. Recognize when you're making decisions based on fear and when you're making decisions based on love. Love conquers fear any day. So I was reading this book last night, and she was talking about the cosmic kitchen, like when, for example, when we're ordering food. So say this is like a manifestation example. When we're ordering food and the waitress comes up to us and takes our order, we don't follow the waitress back into the kitchen to see if she's cooking what we want. We just sit at our table, enjoy our food, enjoy our drink with our friend, and just trust that it will be delivered when it's ready. Like, our food will be delivered when it's ready, and we expect that what we asked for, exactly what we asked for, will be delivered to us when it's time. So this is the same when we begin to do affirmations. Affirmations are like planting seeds. So what do we get to do? We get to be patient while the seed is growing. You are basically like reprogramming your subconscious mind with these affirmations. Your actions and habits are going to begin to change once you start believing in what you're speaking to yourself. So, if the waitress comes back with your plate of food and it's the wrong thing, if you have self esteem, you're going to tell her, no, this isn't quite what I wanted. This is what I want. Maybe you weren't clear enough with what you were asking for. So remember, with manifestation and with asking for what you want in life, once you've figured out what you want, with the advice I've provided, yeah, it's just super important to be clear about what you do want so that you can receive it in the correct way. So it's really important to be crystal clear with what you want, because if you're not, you could get something a little bit different than you were expecting. Once you've taken my advice and figured out what it is, how to receive and get into the motion of what you do want in your life with the advice earlier in the video. Sometimes we won't get what we want in life, and that's okay too. That is a lesson in itself that your soul will evolve into. Sometimes, you know the saying, God's rejection is God's protection. So, even if you're getting a no now, that doesn't mean you'll get a no later in life. Maybe you'll get a yes later on in life with what this thing is to you. Because sometimes God knows what's best for us more than we do ourselves. Okay? So that advice is for the people who are feeling like they're really struggling to get something that they want. Just let it go and see what happens. Okay? Have you ever noticed when manifesting, you might say to your friend, "Oh my gosh, that is such a cool bike," and then you forget about it. Like, you don't sit there and see, how am I going to get this bike? When am I going to get this bike? What? I mean, maybe it's a color you like, and you're like not asking what color is it going to be. Like, all those like egotistical, how. Instead, you're like, wow, that's really cool. And then you forget about it. So you're letting it go, and then all of a sudden, maybe your friend buys you that bike. Maybe your parents get it for your birthday. Your family gets it for your birthday or Christmas. You know what I mean? If you've ever experienced that, let me know, because that's how you manifest. You have to let it go. You just order the food, right? You order your food, and then you trust that it's coming. So you don't have to sit here and like be like, when am I gonna get it? When am I gonna get it? Who's gonna give it to me? What, okay. So when you're letting go, you're essentially giving it into God's hands. You are trusting in God's deliverance. When I was writing this on my phone in my notes, and Michael popped up, the name Michael. And for me, that was Archangel Michael saying hello. So Archangel Michael would like to say hello to you. Maybe he's wanting you to work with him for whoever this message receives, whoever receives this message, okay? So Archangel Michael's here and present, and guiding you to stepping within your full potential, your full power. And also to know that you are divinely protected in whatever it is that you choose to do in this lifetime. He would also like to let you know that he did have input through this channeled message. My last and final message is going to be to remember to love yourself and be patient with yourself through this growing process, through finding what it is that you want to do, and how on and creating what it is that you want to do. And speaking to yourself with love, saying, for example, my name's Sophia, so I'll use my name as an example for you. Sophia, look how far you've come. I am so proud of you. You just need a little more practice. I love you.